Far this goes. Ready? Recording. Peace, peace. What's good, everybody? Tune into we live right now, right? Spin the mic. You know what I mean? I'm your host, Just P the Black Menace. We got Shaka Zulu Watt right there. Salute to him. We got Zulu King L1. Salute to him. And tonight, we talking about Diddy. You know our feelings of how we feel about Diddy, all our thoughts.
Yeah, yeah. Keep Diddy.
Word.
I think,
Keep
Keep
Diddy.
yeah,
keep Diddy.
I think,
That's the you
You
heard it
think
here
he's what?
first.
I think he's coming home.
Word?
Yes. Or I think he
Why?
Why?
Why so?
short time. Because they're slaying everything that they throw at him unless they got like I seen something where it's like the RICO charge can be because it was like organized abuse. So that's kind of how they're gonna weave in
Frame it.
RICO. I say eco. We'll stretch the RICO, right? Because RICO's like organized crime. So they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
abuse at that high level, right? Needs organization and you know what I mean? But does that mean everybody that helped him is going to jail? I don't know. And then so
Mm-hmm.
far, it looks like Diddy's team is doing their thing. So I
And
don't.
they're making Cat is her name Cassie, right? Is that
Yeah. Yeah.
Cassie, right?
What's her name?
They're making Cassie look like a willing participant also. They're making it spin like she was all with this. Like it was just this is what it was. So it's kind of strange. It's a lot of stuff to unpack here.
You believe
Um,
that? You believe it? That she
I'm
was.
really not um I'm really not paying attention to the case like that. Um
mhm.
like I see bits and pieces. My cousin actually is covering the case. She works for TMZ for Fox now. I think that
Oh,
Fox owns TMZ.
that's dope.
So she be outside the courthouse every day. And she be posting, she goes live on her social media and all of that. But I'm not even concerned with the case, yo. Like, already knew son was a scumbag. It's no crime to be a freak, and obviously he's some type of
Deviant.
homosexual. Um, but what I don't like is people shaming Cassie. I don't like how like 5 years ago we were saying people have Stockholm syndrome, and now this young lady is being called all kinds of names, and she deserved it, and she liked it, and this is
Hmm.
what she signed up for, and all of this stuff. Um, I think it's a shame that in order for you to achieve some kind of goal, because initially she wanted to become some type of star in the music industry, and she had to be propositioned this stuff to get ahead. You know what I mean? Whether she accepted it or not, whether she did it or not, whether she was willing or not, no one should have to go through that to live out their dream. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Nobody should have to be drugged or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And like whether she was a willing participant or not, it doesn't absolve him from abuse. It doesn't absolve him from the stuff
Hmm.
he was doing to her and other people. I don't get
Hmm.
that. I don't understand how so-called black women and black men are shaming her. And then I see people saying that like, oh, he offered her 30 million and she's still testifying. Listen, you dumb niggas, she got subpoenaed. She had to testify. You niggas is like, and excuse my language, because I normally don't talk like this, but like it's real bothersome to me that niggas be saying they from the street, they in the street, niggas be in the law library and all of this.
Hmm.
She got subpoenaed by the feds, my nigga,
Hmm.
niggas, niggettes, whoever is saying all this stupid stuff. Like she got subpoenaed, so she had to testify.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she has to relive the trauma again. Maybe she, all right, let's say she was a willing participant. Maybe she wanted to put all this stuff behind her. You know what I'm saying? Now she has to relive it all over again. Now her husband, who probably knows everything for all y'all people, say, I couldn't be with her no more. He should divorce her. Da, 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 da. You think she didn't confide in him? If she wrote a book, you think he didn't read the book? Maybe he did,
Hmm.
maybe he didn't. So now they have to relive that, you know what I'm saying, through the court, and y'all sitting on social media talking crazy, making everything ain't a joke. Everything's not content. Everything ain't funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to go off on a tangent or none of that,
No,
but
but people
like
be
I
making it a
just think
mockery
people,
as they make a
yeah, like
mockery of
it's
it.
not funny. It's not
It's
funny, yo.
not. It's
It's not
not.
funny. Like, dude, been a monster, and all of y'all was I said it on Facebook a few days ago. Like, I'm tired of it because like a lot of us knew Diddy was like this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
and everybody was called a hater. Anybody who spoke out against them, oh, you a hater. These artists were failed artists. Their career, they ain't getting no
Hmm.
money. You broke. You a hater. You mad. Now
People
look,
thought Diddy
we
was
still
black
haters.
excellence too.
Yeah, we still haters. We still haters. That he like a man's jizz rubbed on his nipples.
Yeah.
We still haters.
And a
Oh, he
drug
just a
addict.
freak. He just a freak. Oh yeah, he just a freak. Oh nah, he just drunk. Yeah, a
Uh-uh.
raging drug addict.
Right, a
Where
raging
where
drug
we
addict that
where
overdosed.
right
That
where's
overdosed.
where's black excellence in that? Where's the
Right,
black excellence?
right. And I think this should be a lesson to all of us. And man, the Zulus, we don't need no lesson. We already know. We had our
Word.
own experience with Africa Bambaataa, and that derailed all of the progress we were making. We found out who Bambaataa really was, and we learned a valuable lesson in blindly following somebody or idolizing somebody or looking at somebody like they're gonna be a hero or a savior or whatever. We learned that with Bambaataa back in 2016 when all of this was revealed with Poppy, B Singer. So here it
And
is, Diddy's
others.
situation and others, right, 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 definitely. And peace to all the survivors and some of the ones that ain't no longer here with us, them too, and the ones that got it under the cap that haven't built
Word.
up the courage or strength to release it, no bam, and you know what I'm saying, like find healing, find a way to work through it. Shit is real, and this is why, like, for us, like, when this Diddy shit goes on, like, it's like it's a little deeper for us because we've experienced this with Zulu, like our
Mm-hmm.
own brothers that we
Mm-hmm.
came up with that's rock solid, that's brothers is real, like official brothers that have been taken advantage of, and it hurt then, and it hurts now. And then when all this Diddy situation comes out and people right away want to discredit her and her testimony and
Mm-hmm.
her story
And
and
victim
shame
shame.
her,
Word.
victim shame, survivor shame, like y'all don't know, like y'all wouldn't joke about this if this was your daughter, if this was your
Your son.
cousin, your auntie, whoever. If this
Word.
is somebody
Word.
related to you, you'll be loading the straps up, ready to go to war and seeking out justice, like street justice, um, legal justice, whatever you may go. Like this is not a game, like, and this is like a sick industry that like this is how Hollywood is, this is how the music industry is. Like people been talking about this for a while, like, and here we are today. People are just, it seems like we can't get over the fact that Diddy is not the hero that we thought he was. Like people been telling you about Diddy forever, right? The
Mm-hmm.
locks went off on him, you know what I'm saying? Mad years ago, right? When they was trying to get out of the contract, you know what I'm saying? Mad artists
It
have
doesn't.
turned on him. And they
Well,
and a lot of dudes went back and did
right.
business with him too. That's the
Right.
crazy
That's what
shit
makes it
about it.
look even crazy. And
Right,
that's
that's the
why
part.
like the layman, that's why like the people that's not in the industry, like the so-called fan, um, will be like, well, look, Mace went back. Look at the Bad Boy tour. They went back. They needed the bag. He ain't that bad. They took the bag. Like Me personally, I'm not taking the bag. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But and we don't know these people' financial situation, or like they feel that he shouldn't be profiting off of their talent. And maybe that's why they went. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be profiting off because he's not talented. He was a backup dancer for Father MC. And his real like niche was composing music, not like literally composing music, like putting music together. He put Mary J. Blige over hip hop beats. He put R&B over hip hop beats. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And made a killing. You know what
right.
I'm saying? He wasn't no talent. Nobody wasn't jacking him as a rapper. Never.
No, definitely not.
Never.
That 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 P Diddy and the family. Aside from Victory, like the song
Yeah.
Victory,
And I
where
love you,
Buster was
baby.
dumping,
And I
right?
love you, baby. Right.
Like
But
I wasn't checking for no Puff
nah,
Daddy music.
absolutely
Like,
not.
That album? The album was pretty big when it came out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
but
real with you. I never even
not
heard
because
the
of
whole
him,
shit.
no. Not because of him,
Yeah,
no.
oh, not at all. But he was
I
But
definitely.
never
the
heard it.
thing is, like, yo, I don't rock with Suge, but Suge was right when he was saying dancing in the videos. Ain't nobody listen to him. And he ain't stopped
Or
dancing. You don't remember during COVID? I remember he made a like a PSA, and he's like, "Yeah, we need to stop shucking and jiving. We need to stop shucking and jiving and dancing around,
when you say
including
he,
me,
who you talking about?
Diddy,
Hmm.
including me." He said we need to stop shucking and jiving. And then as soon as dudes was losing their job during the pandemic, him and his son, the one that actually looks like him, came on Instagram and said we having a
Not Wolf
dance-a-thon.
Seed.
Nah, not Wolf Son. Saying we having a dance-a-thon and was trying to solicit money from the people. You should have known. If you didn't know then, you should have known then. If you didn't know prior to that, you should have known then. If he asking you for money when he's a billionaire and you sitting at home going remote or can't go to work because of the pandemic, and he asking you for money and you struggling to pay your bills, you should have known it ain't black excellence and it ain't about the people, and he damn sure ain't no brother love. Y'all should have known
Yeah,
that. Why did it have to take for him to be on video beating a woman? And that's another thing. All right, let's say she was a willing participant and she liked it and she deserved it and she asked for all of this stuff, right? Did she ask to get beat? Because it looks like she was trying to get away. That's what the video
yeah,
looked like. It had to take that for you to be like, all right, now he's semi sucker. He's not even a full sucker because y'all blaming her. He's not even a full sucker. You know what I'm saying? He
yeah.
half a sucker because like, all right, he beat her. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
But he still ain't fully guilty because she liked it.
But where does the internet get all that stuff from? They're not making it up. They're not. They're
Get all what's from?
um. Any other things about Cassie that they're saying that, like how she cheated on Kid Cudi with this guy and then went back to Diddy? She did the homeboy,
Yo,
the husband is the trainer, but she's still running her. Like
all
they
right,
didn't make that up. You know what I'm
all
saying?
right. She
I,
wasn't being groomed though. You don't believe in grooming?
yeah. But like
Okay.
I think a lot of things could be true at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but like to like bash her to try to absolve him, she's not on trial. You
I,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
She's
right,
not
right.
on trial. It's him. He's on trial. She's not on
right.
trial.
She's kind of should be held accountable too, like in a lot of ways.
Um,
But she's not on trial though.
she's
Yeah,
not on
I think
trial
he's
though.
on trial for currently. He needs to stay in jail. Diddy's in jail already right now. You know,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
he's already losing by the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
But
it,
if you're under the influence of drugs, Pierre,
right.
are you in control of yourself?
no,
Nah, maybe
And
not.
then, and then if all right, if she wasn't high all the time, like
Right.
we know how drugs work, right? We're all like we never all use drugs, but we know how drugs work. We done seen people use drugs. We done seen people try to get off drugs
Yeah,
and couldn't kick the habit. And when the body is not like that's what I don't understand. People, we go to school or we don't go to school. We read books. We watch YouTube videos. We know all of this. We know all of this shit. We know everything about everything. But when things are presented to us, now we forget everything. We forget how drugs affect the body and the brain. And when you don't get the drug, depending on
Hmm.
you, it could what affects me with a drug doesn't have to necessarily affect you the same way, right?
Right.
I think,
So
that played a part.
no,
She get away.
it plays a major part. Plays a
Uh,
She's
major
not in her
part.
right.
Drugs
She's
play
not
a
in her
major
right
part.
mind state.
she did
You're
get
not in your
away.
right mind state when
Yeah,
you're under the influence of drugs.
and definitely him being abusive, that's super duper crazy, and he definitely needs to be burnt in hell and
But
definitely released.
they
But
did
she,
the same thing about Kim Porter. He
well,
Gene Deal said he beat Misa. He beat Misa up so bad she hid under a car for an hour.
right. But that's different from, like, to me, than Cassie, because you don't see like you don't see a back and forth shit show with Kim, Misa, none of that. They
Kim's
got,
dead.
you know what I'm saying? But with Cassie, it's like a whole thing where she definitely looks toxic, yo, one way or another, yo. It looks
She might be.
crazy. It
But
looks crazy.
um yo, you know what? Since people saying she asked for it, right? I got one for you. He asked for it. He stole her from somebody. So that's
He
what
Mm.
he get. So
who
that's what he get. He stole her from Ryan Leslie.
who
So
can steal, who can steal people? That would be like, did he be like,
somebody with a God complex.
he
Somebody
be
that has a God
he was like,
complex.
how's his coke smell? And then boom, like she
He has
kind
a God complex.
but I'm saying, but Cassie also had like mind, body, and soul, phalanges and limbs. She could have been like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, she wanted to get on.
Get some,
And that's what I said earlier.
you know what I
That's what
mean?
I
That's
said
the thing.
earlier. Like, why do you have to? At first,
Oh yeah,
apparently,
yeah,
he was trying to link her. He was trying to link her through whatever means, saying
yeah.
like, "Yo, tell him you lying about bookings and all of that. Talking about, yo, tell him you here. We gonna fake like you here, but you really with me."
Right.
Okay,
Diddy was
okay.
exactly
19. Okay. How
shit.
many people you know like that though? That's easily
Right.
misled. That's easily
And
led.
and her age at
Everybody's
that
not
time
strong.
is definitely a factor. She's not mature enough
Right,
to even
Everybody's
process
not
this
the
type
same when
of
they're that age though, neither.
right,
right.
right.
Because you have 19-year-olds that would have been like, nah, like you crazy. Like,
Right.
man, get out of here.
Well,
My
you know,
man coming with me or whatever.
19 years old is still young. It's still
It
young.
is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
'Cause I wondered too when so and so was like, yo, dude told me he go to Bam's crib for, like, he didn't rhyme, DJ, breakdance, graffiti. He didn't start a record label or manage. I didn't know he was just around, he was just Zul, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, he just went to Bam's crib. We were like 20 years old, yo. How were you starstruck? To me, that was my brain now. But I don't know. I have to give some grace and room for maybe
Yo,
everybody's not, because it's bugged out to me, because the thing is, like, and also, right, the time of then could be not now, because what if you didn't sign to Diddy and then you could just independently, you know what I'm saying, like how Ryan Leslie was doing. So I don't know. It wasn't like a super,
Ryan Leslie was already established though. That's
he
kind
kind of
of
was,
different.
he leveraged that, but then now you could kind of do your thing, maybe, I don't know, Endor. So it's a strange thing, yo, where just time reveals a lot, because it ain't like she got a suit. The one hit she got was Ryan Leslie's song,
Yeah,
the Me and
I'm not
You.
faulting her. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
yeah,
100%.
and
She has some
we should,
culpability, but
She does,
because
but it's
she
not.
has some culpability, but he pulled the trickery.
Oh hell yeah!
He pulled the trickery.
Oh hell
Just
yeah!
like R. Kelly, like we're not gonna R. Kelly him, like you know what I'm saying? Like how R. Kelly's fans blamed the 13-year-old girl and her parents for him pissing on her. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not doing that, yo. We're not doing that. Like
Like,
I don't understand. I really don't, yo. Cause I remember when the R. Kelly joint
right
came
now,
out.
I
I was
remember.
in the military. They were circulating the DVD on my ship,
I see.
and I told you the lieutenant stole mine. He stole my copy. It was, I'll never forget, it was like two of age women on there, and then at the end, you could tell it was a
It
13-year-old girl. We didn't know she was 13, but you know it was a
was a straight
little
up
girl. It
girl.
was a preteen girl. You could tell, and you saw it was him. You know what I'm saying? You saw it was him, and he urinated on her. You know what I'm saying?
Glad I never
And
seen it.
and and what was crazy is you had people defending him and saying it was her fault. Like, yeah, she
Yeah.
shouldn't have been there. She shouldn't have been there, but he still did it though.
But
Where
yo, do you
That's the
see that
thing. He
though?
still did it.
Do you see the commonality between R. Kelly? It's her fault. It's her parents' fault. Why they
Right.
let her be out there, right?
They
Diddy,
shouldn't
oh,
have. They
what
shouldn't
Diddy?
have.
Oh, it's Casey's fault, right? It's her fault. Cassie,
Right.
right? It's her fault. It's her fault. You know what I'm saying? With the Bambaataa situation, oh, it's their fault. They
They
liked
liked
it.
it. Yep.
They dated him.
They dated him. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So right away, it's everybody's fault but the perpetrator, but the predator.
to me, it's
And this is why people don't want to come out. This is why people don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? And they rather take the money and the hush money and all of that. They don't want to go, they don't want to relive that. You know what I'm saying? And then
right.
they don't want the public, people care about what the public think. You know what I'm saying? Like how the public's gonna view them. And it's sad because people be trolling. You don't even know the difference between a troll and somebody who really feels that way. You know, someone who's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Because people are weird. A lot of y'all niggas on the internet are weird, man. A
That
lot
shit.
of y'all niggas is weird. Like my age, younger, older. Y'all niggas, I can see by how some of y'all type y'all are weird.
Man,
Nah,
listen,
for real, yo, it is crazy. That's why I try not to go back and forth with people, man. I'll be seeing so much stuff, especially with this situation, with the Tory Lane situation. I'm just like, yo, people are really, really crazy, man. Like
But
this stuff
it's not
consumes them.
this to me. It's like when you be like the whole thing with the music industry and coming at women and all that double standard and power with men. All of that is like biblical times, like spirit on a spiritual level. But
Hmm.
everybody's not on it like that. Everybody's not unified in that. So you'll get it broken down without even paying attention to that, and then it'll be situational. It'll be whatever. You'll get a Kevin Samuels. You'll get, but no one looks at the whole like the actual thing because truth be told, that's why all of it could be true to me at the same time. Truth is, you shouldn't how did you let the little girl fucking get around R. Kelly at 12 years old? I don't know, but that shouldn't have happened.
Well, it
And
was her aunt, apparently.
right,
Her
right, right.
aunt was the artist,
You know what I'm saying?
whatever. And
A
that,
whole
you know,
bunch of things where it's like this is what happens, you know what I'm saying? And then the internet and technology, to me, it's just gonna get worse and worse on a lot of different levels. But also not so much as far as like you wouldn't get this exposure or constant like you know what I'm saying finger pointing when it's done right you certain things you wouldn't really know about if it wasn't for the information age. So certain things I might look at back then, what if it would have came out now? This thing might have never really like maybe right, I don't know, but Diddy went a long time before he got where he's at now. A long time, 30, almost 40 years of and maybe even before, you know what I'm saying? The same
hmm
bam, that shit is like 30, 40 years before a YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So
might be going on since Zulu been out.
right,
That
right, right.
joint
You
is
know, we
before,
don't
yeah.
know.
That joint is,
We don't.
yeah.
It could have been happening since the Black Spade era, and I
Right,
say
right,
that
right.
respectfully,
That's why
not to link the Black Spades to that, but could be going on before Zulu even started.
but to me, that's why it's man, woman, child, your family, and then you step out the door, and then it's the world. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
you might
hmm
step out the door with the TV, which is the mistake one. But you know what I mean?
hmm
If
hmm
you ain't really, you know what I'm saying, learn nothing or build with your kids or build with your parents, TV's raising your kids. That's something we've been heard.
hmm
Now it's the wild internet. I don't even have to be like I don't even really have to talk. Like I talk to my son about like sex so much as far as like how to deal with it, but I'm almost certain he's already seen all that. Like I don't even have to have that conversation. Where it's like porn and things like that, and a woman and all of that was like I had to go and seek that out as far as like a kid and get to learn. Now they learn off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot where I don't know. I don't like it's hard, yo, because everybody's not one religion. Everybody's not on one level. So everybody got an opinion and a fucking platform. You know what I'm saying?
But
Which is
Right.
crazy.
how desperate are we as a people, right? That like for fortune, fame, opportunity, people are willing to give in to these predators and give them what they want in hopes
Crazy.
that they're gonna get back a deal, right? They're gonna get back you know, whatever. So in R. Kelly's situation, whether I don't know if women was with him because he was some like so-called stud or whatever, or they was trying to get into the music industry, like
Most of them
Diddy
were trying to get
situation,
on.
right?
So
Diddy situation, most of them
what
sisters is
was
probably trying to get on.
the dude that I
Remember,
refer
he had them,
I'm talking
huh?
about a dude that at 20 years old with nothing to do. Not, he was not on the knowledge tip. He was not on the music tip. And he purposely
He was a
went
fan club member. He might have been weird,
No,
man.
that's crazy,
listen though,
yo.
He might
That,
have
right?
been
But
weird.
but
that's
peep it though, right? In the situation with Bambaataa, right? Somebody comes into this. Here's a man that has a lot of power, a lot of charisma, right? He got the grooming thing down to a science or whatever. So you come around that, whether you just coming into Zulu or you die hard and you fit all the criteria, because we know that Zulu Nation has a lot of different members, right? You got the
that's,
gangsters, you got the
that's
geeks, you got the hippies, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got all these different elements in the organization. So someone comes in and they see this man that's rich, that's influential, got all of that, and they want a piece of status. They want to be recognized. They want to be taken care of. All of that can happen. You know what I'm saying? All of that could happen. And again, this is not our experience in the organization because Bam ain't never did it to me. Bam ain't never did it to Wop. Bam ain't never did it to P. But we know brothers personally that this did happen to. You know what I'm saying? And we know y'all all know what's alleged out there, right? All the stories with Bam. People will do things to be in a position of power, to be recognized, to be seen with Bam, right? Like all of us have been seen with Bam, right? Me and P, we've been in Feds magazine, all of that, right? That was like a crazy look for us being young and being in Feds magazine and dudes in the hood calling us like, yo, I seen you on fucking Feds magazine. Like that shit was crazy, right? It was and it boosted our profile. And when we came back and we asked Bam, I asked Bam, why you put us in Feds magazine? Why you put them photos in there? He said, I did it to boost y'all profile because I know people would see y'all and people would respect y'all more as young leaders in the Zulu Nation. It's
yeah.
genius shit, right? Now, if I was some like dude that was like thirsty for power or fame, or I would have got geeked out and been like all over it, like, yo, Bam, you the illest. Like, I love you,
Right.
Pops. And he probably would have said,
He probably
oh,
would have said, "Yeah, you love
right.
me,
He,
huh?"
yeah, right. And he would have probably tried to jump my bone. And then me and the G's, we would have probably had to chop him up. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the G's, man. Peace to King Boo.
Uh,
Peace to Pat. You know what I mean?
Word,
R.I.P. Spider. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
word.
You know what I'm saying? The G's, man, for real.
The real
So
Like, yo,
G's.
right, for real, the real G's, man. Like, peace to Divine too. I was talking to Divine the other day too. Get well, my brother. May Allah
Word.
restore you.
I mean,
Um, what's it called? I'm not falling for it, and we can't allow anybody like we got to learn like as a hip hop community, as a Black Latino community, wherever you want to put us in. We got to stay away from these predators and be able to recognize the signs
Mm,
of when someone's looking to take advantage, right? Every job that we have, like annually, like I think everybody, whether you have a federal job, state job, whatever, you're taking this quid pro quo, this sexual harassment training.
yeah,
We all know what's acceptable behavior, what's not acceptable, right? And we got to be able to look out for the signs, right? Like I remember, shout out, peace to the brother Jabs in chapter 25 Zulu, right? He told me he's like some type of guardian in the boxing club where he had like a training where he has to like monitor the youth at any boxing event to make sure that they're safe, and he's to report any weird activity that he sees going on with the youth, right? Everyone should have something like that established. If you have a function with young people in, whether it's a party where youth is allowed, where underage people are gonna be, if there's underage youth, young ladies, young men in a spot with adults, there should be guardians watching the youth and how they're interacting with the youth. Shouldn't be no private, behind the scenes, behind the
Mm-hmm.
curtains with adults, drug use, alcohol use. You shouldn't be bringing your kids around alcohol and drugs, number one.
mm,
Like, and I'm not telling y'all to do, but like, all people seem to lack common sense when it comes to certain things. So we got to say it, right? If we're
Right.
going to hold our communities accountable, first we got to teach them what to look out for and what to do and what not to do. But like, this is up to y'all. These are y'all children. You got to manage them, monitor them, and drop some sense in them, because the predators is out there. And it's not just Diddy. It's not just Bambaataa. There's people that's worse than them.
yeah. That
Mm-hmm.
you
There's people, organ trafficking, sex trafficking. There's all
Mm-hmm.
types of these dangers that's going on, man. And I every day I pray that my children, come home the same way they left, man. All of us is vulnerable in this dangerous society that we're living in. You know what I'm saying? And for y'all to be out there on the internet joking about these survivors that are experiencing a lifetime of trauma, shit is sick, man. And if
Word. Some
I hope y'all
suckers.
don't have to, I hope y'all don't have to experience that within your family to understand, so that you could have a change of heart and move different. And like, it's funny to be a troll on certain things online, but when it comes to sex trafficking, when it comes to sexual
Abuse.
predators, abuse,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's sexual, physical, verbal, mental, whatever it is, we gotta stop it, because our people are suffering from a lot of ailments, yo, a lot of ailments. And if we ain't gonna move forward as a people and we're not progressing, then you already know we stagnant or we moving backwards. So what are we doing?
I think we should
Sorry,
separate. I think we
I had a
should.
rant.
Nah, I think we should separate from those, from
Yeah,
yeah,
certain mindsets, certain individuals, and keep
right,
them out the circle.
right.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
let's
Weed
excommunicate
them
people.
out. Yeah, nah, for
Yeah,
real.
let's
Bro, we
in
need
the
to bring that back.
organization, when somebody fucks up in the organization, they get excommunicated,
That's a
yo.
fact. In a
Where
community, not even in an
in a right
organization. That because
organization
if
and the
it came
community.
because it came from the community, it
Right,
came from religions and stuff like that
right,
being
right,
excommunicated. You know what I'm
right,
saying? You foul, you
and
mess up. They put a timeline on it. Like, yo,
right,
you banished for XY
right,
amount of time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or permanently. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Till you get your mind right.
right.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
what organization do we just brush it under the rug and
We
say,
forgive everything.
right, too often, too
We forgive
often.
everything. Oh, nah, this person had this person, this. We make excuses. Just like they making excuses for Diddy. They make
Yeah,
excuses for Kanye. Make
yeah,
excuses for R. Kelly. We make excuses. You know what I'm
free
saying?
P.
Word, free. Nah, but we make excuses too much.
Yeah, it's
Too
sick, man.
much.
It's sick. I know you had some thoughts about Tory Lanez, and I know you briefly referenced him earlier. Um,
Yeah.
do you feel he should be released?
If he was lied on and he didn't do it, yeah, absolutely. If
Hmm.
there's new evidence and the evidence is strong, like they're saying, to free him, I think he needs to be free, and the person that actually did it needs to be locked up. And if like I remember I said a while ago that Meg needs to be locked up too, but if she was so drunk that she doesn't really know who shot her, then but if she knows who shot her and she's lying, then that's perjury. You know what I mean? You lied on the stand,
Yeah.
so you know, I think it's foul, man. And then now he done got poked up 14 times, almost lost his life, both lungs collapsed. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Terrible.
now he gotta deal with that. And I think if he is freed, whether he's freed or not, this is a lesson learned for him not to like keeping it real goes wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where you feel you don't gotta tell the truth because you're gonna be looked at a certain way, because you're trying to portray an image,
Yeah.
that's really not you or whatever, or you trying for it to be you or whatever. But if he didn't, I feel if the girl took the gun and shot it and this is what they're saying, like he knocked her arm down and the gun fell and went off two more times, that's when she got hit in the foot or whatever, then he need to be free. And that's another thing. I'll be seeing people online um saying things about why they keep referencing her line to Gayle King about sex. It has nothing to do with sex. She got shot. It has a lot to do with sex, actually,
Right.
because that's
Right.
allegedly why they were beefing in the first place,
It
because he
was
was
about to be a
banging the both of
threesome.
them. Yeah, he was smashing both of them. He was smashing,
Now, when you say
and they
both of
didn't
them,
know
who
about it.
who's the
Not
who's the third
simultaneously.
party?
Kelsey, her friend.
Oh,
He
okay.
was smashing Meg, and then he was smashing the friend. And I think one was feeling him. Maybe they both was feeling him, whatever. And they were arguing over it. And Meg is a drunk. She's a liar too. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, you lied about smashing him, so you wouldn't look bad. But this is your persona though. This whole persona. That's you. You know what I'm saying? You already lied the first time about the baby smashing.
Right.
I mean, he shouldn't have said it, but he said he smashed you. You lied about it, then came out with a song like praising it, saying, "It's my body. I do what I want." And then this happens. You lied about smashing him. And then you said, "So what? Yeah, I smashed him. And I might have smashed him twice on a drunk night." You know what I'm saying? So you lying. So how could we even trust you? You're a liar. So how could we
Yeah.
even trust you? And it ain't about defending black women, protecting black women. It's about protecting the truth and standing on the truth. Whether it's a woman, a man, don't matter. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So if they're lying, if they're them, and how no one else DNA got tested, just his. That's
Wow.
weird. And then the girl gets immunity. Immunity from what? Why did you
Right.
get immunity? Like
Mm-hmm.
like nobody, we all deal with emotions, so nobody's looking at this stuff logically. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like emotionally invested in it, but
Right.
because I don't listen to his music, I don't listen to her music. It's
Right.
just
Yes.
something that happened. It's everywhere. It's viral. The thing was viral. It's news. I
Mm-hmm.
looked into it and I'm just like, yo, like if he's innocent, then he shouldn't be in prison.
Right.
And then if he's exonerated, I would sue.
Yeah.
I would
For
sue the
real.
prison. I would sue the prison for
Right.
me getting stabbed
Right.
14 times.
Right.
I would sue
All, all
Meg.
all the money he lost being
Yeah, I would
behind
sue Rock
bars or
Nation.
under false pretenses,
Yep,
right? All
I'll
of
sue
that.
everybody. I'll sue
Yeah, yeah.
everybody. And
He
I
got a
wouldn't
couple
rap
of
no more.
settlements
I
coming his
wouldn't
way.
rap no
Yeah.
more, neither. And I
He
get
don't. I
low.
mean, he shouldn't. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I wouldn't rap no more. But like, we
Right.
gotta stop this, man. We gotta stop protecting liars, man. We gotta stop that. Like, if you a
Yeah.
liar, if you come out with a public lie, like, yo, man, you got to make a public statement and apologize, man. That man need an apology. He's owed an apology if he was lied on. That's how I
Right.
feel. Even though I know it's not gonna
Right.
happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he was lied on, he need an apology. I feel bad because we know so many people. How many stories have we heard of people doing, life sentences and getting sentenced to life and then doing 20, 25, 30 years and then coming home on a technicality or found out 30 years later that they didn't even do the crime. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
too
saying?
many people. Too many people.
So he got to sit for 10 years.
And then they say that they were gonna deport him anyway, right?
Yeah,
That's he come out like he out of here. Can never come back to U.S. and tour and do music. So essentially, his career is basically over. You know
right.
what I mean? I don't even know how popular is or was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I heard this too. The DA was looking to get reelected, and he knew the people wasn't rocking with him because the crime rate had went up. This is what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. That the crime rate had went up, and he was looking for a high profile case, so that's why he was pushing to get Tory behind
mm-hmm,
bars so he could
mm-hmm,
get reelected. You know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Makes sense too. Makes sense.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? But like I said, if the man was lied on, he need to be freed, man. And the people that was lying and the actual person that did it need to go. Lil Kim got sentenced to jail for perjury. You know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Lying on the stand.
Right,
Perjury is a crime. Can't just be
right.
like, and that's the thing. Like we could lie and whatever, and then people like, so what? So what? You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to lie now to get
Right.
yourself out of something or to save yourself embarrassment. You could
Mm-hmm.
lie. And then an excuse should be made for you because they made a song you like that you could twerk to. You know what I mean? You could twerk to
Wow.
WAP or whatever. You can adopt
Wow.
a moniker. You know what I'm saying? You could tell your little daughter it's all right to listen to her. She's a liar. She's provocative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's a shame.
I don't want my daughters listening to any of them. Any of
Word,
them.
word,
You know, I'd rather her listen to Taylor Swift, you know what I mean? Some
word.
non-hip hop, something that's not talking no violent. And that's another thing too, man. I'll just say that briefly. Like, I wish there was a lane in hip hop where there was a little bit more positivity, a little bit more adult, or like just a little bit like less violence, less sex, you know what I'm saying? So like I think that's always held the genre back, like in the industry, like the content of the lyrics has always been like violence, foul language, you know what I'm saying? It's always held hip hop back, man. Cause like yo, I want to
Nobody
teach my
want to
daughter
hear
the
it.
culture. Yeah, I want to
Nobody
teach my
want to
daughter
hear
the
it.
culture. Like, but obviously the MC and the rapping part is like one of the most key elements because people want to hear the music before anything. They want to hear the music. You know what I'm saying? Because the music is what get the B-boys moving. The music's what the DJs play. You know what I'm saying? So like I want to teach her about hip hop, but I don't want her to learn like all the negative aspects of it. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
But that's just my wish. Um, but yeah, man. Thank you for tuning in to Spears and Mics, man. Let us know in the comments what you feel about Diddy. Um, should he be up out of here? Keep him, or should he be freed? If you feel he should be freed, speak on it.
Smart. And if you
You
gonna
got your
troll, I'm not answering you because I
yeah.
think
We
you a
ain't gonna
sucker.
answer the
You's a
trolls, man.
sucker. You a sucker. I'm just letting you know up front. You a
Yeah,
sucker.
man. Yeah. If you're gonna troll, just save it for when you see us in the streets.
Smart.
Troll us there and see what the response is. You know what I'm
Smart.
saying? But yeah, man. If you watching this on YouTube, just know that this is on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you want to get your podcast at. The audio version is up. Of course, we're here on YouTube as well. This comes out live as well. So, some people might be watching and tune live. We appreciate whoever's tuning in, supporting. And yo, if you really feeling us, make sure you drop that like, subscribe, of course, share it with your friends on social media. Let's build up this platform for Spears and Mics, man. Let's do it together.
Smart.
But peace and love to all. We hope you're enjoying the
Oh,
content, man, and stay tuned.
one thing I want to say before we go. My apologies for my language. I want to apologize to my wife, my mother, my grandmother, and my sisters, my aunts, and my cousins, because I normally don't talk like that. But it was that topic. Those topics really bother me. How
Yeah,
people are victim shaming and survivor shaming and all that. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
excuse my language. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's
That's all.
understandable. I know you was upset. You're something that's upsetting. It's triggering to a degree, because you acting out of character and all. But it is what it is, brother.
Uh,
I'm sure they'll accept your apology. You know what I mean? Peace to the sisters, the queens and all of that. But yeah, man, stay tuned. Salute.
Peace.
Peace.